Hi, this is Mr. V, and in this video we're going to use the tangent ratio to find angles in a right angle triangle. Alright, let's suppose we're looking at this angle right here. We'll call it angle I. Now, following our tangent conventions, we know that this side is our opposite side, and we know that this side is our adjacent side. Okay, always remembering that the side opposite of the right angle is of course the hypotenuse. So our rule for the tangent ratio is tan of the angle is equal to opposite over adjacent. I'm shortening those. Alright, so in this case we know our side lengths, and it's the angle that we still want to figure out. So let's do that. So tan of our angle hasn't changed is equal to our opposite, which was 4.5 centimeters, divided by our adjacent, which is 6.7 centimeters. 6.7. Now you could solve this and then do the rearrangement, but I prefer just having to grab my calculator once. So I'm going to leave this as the fraction and do my rearrangement first. Now we've got this tan function of our angle. And to get rid of that tan function, we can use what's called the inverse tan. And on our calculators, that looks like this. It looks like tan to the -1. It's the inverse tan or the arctan operation. We use brackets this time, so the inverse tan of our ratio here, so 4.5 divided by 6.7. So to get rid of the tan function on one side, it becomes the inverse tan operation on the other. Now that's to find our angle, that's what we want. So now all that's left is to put this function onto our calculator. So let's grab our calculator. You'll notice that the tan button is over here on my calculator, and just above it we have the tan -1. So to get to that, I'm going to press Shift tan to get tan -1, so inverse tan. And I'm just going to fill in the numbers that I have, so 4.5 divided by 6.7, and I'll close my bracket just to make sure there's no errors, equals, and my calculator tells me my angle is 33.88, so we'll round that to 9. So 33.9 degrees. So this angle here is 33.9 degrees big. And that is how we can use the tan ratio to determine the angle of a right angle triangle.